Now, in the AI discussions during the interview, you know what the interviewer actually wants and how to access and emphasize on the problems and how to bring your data understanding forward, choosing the right approach for AI, and finally deliver the outcome. So you have become from a person who says, I know AI, to a person who actually is capable of explaining AI in 5G networks, and he can think of AI in the telecom 5G networks. Alright, let's start. But I'm very confident कि इस तरह का वीडियो आपको YouTube पे नहीं मिलेगा. So let me start with one hard truth. During the AI discussions in the interview, the question they ask and the answer you think is not the answer which they actually want. So what exactly they are looking at? They want when to use AI, means is really AI needed? Where to use AI, means which part AI can be deployed, or why to use AI, right? So these are the things which they are looking at. तो अगर जो उन्होंने पूछा आपने एग्जैक्टली वही आंसर किया तो चांसेस कम है सिलेक्शन के. बट अगर आपने वही चीज आपने टेलीकॉम रेलिवेंस के साथ एक्सप्लेन की, देन chances are much higher to be selected. So in the real interviews, the question they may ask may be something like improve the NOC performance, improve the network quality, or where AI is adding value. And this is where the majority of the candidates face challenge to connect these terminologies with the actual telecom relevance. Let's see the reality of interviews as a part of NOC. So during the interviews, when they ask how would you improve the NOC performance, right? So you should not start with AI. So what to do instead? You should start with ABCD. Sounds funny, but it is actually a good start. So what is this ABCD? Let's look at it. So this is a framework, which means you have to assess the problem first. Means the more you discuss the problem, the chances are better that you are clear what he is looking at. Then B is for bringing the data understanding forward. Means you understand which data, what data, and how the data is going to play the role in solving the problem. Then C is for choosing the approach. There are many cases where AI is not at all needed. So you should be very clear if AI is actually needed or it's a problem of just analytics. Then D is the final delivery of the outcome. So you should follow this ABCD framework, which will help you to deliver your outcome in the interview very quickly and efficiently. Make sense? Let's move forward. Now let's apply this with real telecom examples. So when the interviewer says, how would you improve the NOC operations? Typical weak answer would be, we can use AI for automation, monitoring, and improve the efficiency, right? But this is a weak answer. Why? The actual ask behind that question is, do you understand real NOC challenges? And can you apply AI selectively? Make sense? So a strong answer or professional answer would be something like, where you have used some sort of framework, in our case, which is ABCD. Let's quickly see the approach in detail. First is assess the problem in detail and mention one key challenge in NOC, which may be time-bound quick incident analysis or root cause identification, because today engineers are doing manual correlation of multiple data sources like alarms, logs, KPIs, and past incident tickets. Then bring your data understanding forward and mention, since this is a data heavy environment and we have both type of data, structured and unstructured, and give some examples too. Moving to the third number, which is choosing the approach. What I mean by that, instead of scanning everything, we can use a rack based architecture, and so this reduces the hallucinations and ensures the responses are grounded in actual network. So you can explain that documents would be chunked, converted into embeddings, then it would be stored in the vector database, and That's how the semantic search would be working there. Make sense? Let's move to the point number 4 in the framework, which is D, means delivering the outcome. And that's how you can mention that with the help of these approaches, we can reduce the MTTR and it will help us in improving the decision speed. And that's how ABCD is the framework which can help you to package your answer which actually they are looking at. Let's see another example for RF scenarios. So let's take an example where interviewer asks to improve the network quality. So a typical weak answer one can give: AI can optimize the network and improve the performance. This is weak because interviewer is actually looking at, can you connect RF problems like beam management with predictive AI thinking? So let's see how a professional answer can be with the help of same framework ABCD. So in this case, you can discuss your beam management problems. Like in current scenario, you can say there is a sweeping measurement and determination which causes high overhead, delays and poor performance. So this process of beam management is reactive rather than proactive. Then moving the point number 2, where you can discuss your data understanding. You can say multiple data sources, relies on exhaustive searches all over the beams, configurational changes, etc. etc. So you can say data is inherently complex, time series in nature and involves multi-parameter relationships. And at the same time, we need to adhere the policies also. So based on this, you can go ahead and choose the approach where you can say, if this was a case of basic monitoring, traditional analytics was sufficient. But in our case, the objective is predictive and cross-parameter optimization. So AI becomes the relevant choice. And you can even move ahead and you can discuss the AI layer where models typically would be required to reduce the overhead in 5G advanced beam management. And even you can discuss the RAG layer also. And same way you can mention the agent layer which will help you to manage the multi-model environment. And then after discussing these things, you can go ahead and discuss your outcome. Then you can say overall approach will shift from RF beam management from reactive to proactive operations. And that will help you to improve overall network quality and enhancing the experience. Now you are transformed from a candidate who will say I will use AI to a candidate who will actually see if AI is actually needed, and if yes, then he will look at the architectural point of view that which AI technology has to be deployed in the telecom relevance. Now in the AI discussion during the interview, you know what the interviewer actually wants and how to access and emphasize on the problems and how to bring your data understanding forward, choosing the right approach for AI and finally deliver the outcome. So you have become from a person who says I know AI to a person who actually is capable of explaining AI in 5G networks, and he can think of AI in the telecom 5G networks. And that's how you are ready to face that interview where you can explain the AI. You can visit my channel and watch the helpful videos which will help you in strengthening your foundations. These are the videos which will be helpful. Now, this video was all about helping you to explain and think about the AI in telecom. Next video I am bringing for you where you will be able to implement your AI in your local PC. Feeling excited? So stay tuned and take care till we meet in the next video.